Carrie Morgan, when she first got on the stand, talking about how she didn't even want to be here, but she's been subpoenaed, so she has to testify. But she's glad to be away from these people and their problems.
Welcome back to Unfiltered by Ems. My name is Russell. Let's begin. A $20,000 wire, a home equity loan, and a Vegas selfie that cost more than a semester at Harvard. Welcome to day 7 of the Diddy circus. Cassie's mom, Regina Ventura, steps up first. She waves a Wells Fargo receipt like it's a golden ticket and tells jurors, "Diddy demanded 20 grand to keep my daughter's private videos private, so I mortgaged my kitchen."
Carrie Morgan, the former friend of Cassie Ventura, who said that once Sean Diddy Combs assaulted her, their friendship stopped. So what did she say about that particular assault? She said that she was at her house, that Combs had come over demanding that she tell him who Cassie was cheating on him.
The jury blinks. The defense face palms. Next witness, ex-assistant David James, thinks Siri with PTSD. He swears Diddy once forced Cassie to FaceTime her mum so she could see the bruises were still fresh. James deadpans. "I took the screenshot, HR wasn't an option." Those bruise photos hit the monitors. Cassie's ribs look like modern art. Regina tears up. One juror rubs his temple like the migraine just arrived. Defense lawyer Mark Agnifilo pounces. "Mrs. Ventura, aren't you just here for a book deal?" Regina fires back. "If I wanted a bestseller, I'd write recipes for raising fearless daughters." Crowd control, please. Judge Subramanian bangs the gavel, reminds everyone that credibility beats theatrics. But even he can't hide the eye roll when Agnifilo compares $20K hush money to parental paranoia.
To you, George. And for those 2 days, Cassie Ventura told the jury here that Sean Combs' frequent beatings, humiliating threats, and incessant sexual demands left her drug-addicted, psychologically damaged, and...
Court adjourns with one last grenade. Prosecutors flash a teaser slide. FBI raid photos, baby oil stash, gold pistol slide, Apple Pay trail. Translation: tomorrow we tour Star Island, and the souvenirs are search warrants. Buckle up. Welcome to Day 8, aka MTV Cribs Federal Raid Edition, where agents turn Diddy's Star Island mansion into a Costco receipt gone wild. Homeland Security's agent Gerard Gannon walks in like a proud realtor and cues slide number 1. 43 bottles of baby oil, neatly alphabetized. Who knew lubrication had a filing system? Slide number 2, a gold pistol slide tucked next to Louis Vuitton loafers. The jury's eyebrows do synchronized yoga. Then comes the money map. Gannon overlays Diddy's black Amex charges on a flight chart. Miami to Vegas, $18,000 at Silk & Chains Lingerie. Same day a Gulfstream tail number lands. Coincidence? The prosecutors smile like they just solved Wordle in one guess. Enter former aide George Kaplan, the human Swiffer. He testifies he once spent 3 hours wiping Gatorade, baby oil, and brown powder off a hotel headboard before housekeeping arrived. Juror number 6 actually mouths, "Brown powder? Not weird enough." Ex-chef Raul Hernandez testifies the boss loved applesauce on cheeseburgers. Defense objects. Relevance. Judge Subramanian shrugs. Character evidence. Bad taste counts. To seal the vibe, a forensic psychologist explains trauma bonding, saying Cassie's texts match the cycle perfectly. Defense tries to label it pop psych TikTok. The doc reminds them she has 3 PhDs and no TikTok. Day 8 ends with a teaser. Tomorrow, Kid Cudi and the Molotov Porsche. If today was aisle 6 of Diddy's Raid Costco, tomorrow's the fireworks section. Bring marshmallows. Kid Cudi strolls into court wearing more chill than the air conditioning and drops this opening line: "My Porsche didn't just blow itself up." Instantly, the gallery turns into a live meme. He reads an old text from Diddy, big screen, 48-point font. "I'll blow that car up." Juror number 2's jaw literally resets 3 times. Next up, LAPD detective Olivia Rojas confirms a 2011 break-in at Cudi's Hollywood home. Nothing stolen, front door kicked in, 1 note left behind. Just the middle finger emoji sketched in Sharpie. Prosecutors call it a message. Defense calls it fan art. Jury calls it creepy. Then the fire chief takes the stand to describe the 2012 Molotov cocktail that turned Cudi's Porsche into a creme brulee on wheels. He lists the accelerants, ends with, "Same brand found in Mr. Combs' Miami garage." You could hear a ringtone and it wasn't even on. Defense scrambles, flashes old tweets where Cudi jokes, "I'm so hot my car might combust." Nice try. Judge says tweets aren't TNT. Prosecutors finish by cueing a surveillance clip. Hooded figure, lighter in hand. Porsche whooshes. They freeze frame on the explosion. Cudi whispers, "That's her." One juror crosses himself. Court adjourns, but not before prosecutors tease tomorrow's witness, former assistant Capricorn Clark, who claims she heard Diddy yell, "I'll kill Kid Cudi myself." Day 10 could be lethal for somebody's credibility. Stay tuned, we're only halfway through the fireworks. Court opens and in struts Capricorn Clark, Diddy's ex-assistant, rocking a blazer so sharp the gallery squints. She drops her first bomb. "He kicked in my door at 3 a.m, waving a Glock and screaming he'd kill Kid Cudi." The stenographer actually stops typing to look up. Clark produces Exhibit A, a 2014 iPhone, screen spiderwebbed, buttons smashed. She tells jurors Diddy shattered it after catching Cassie texting help. Then, cash bandage, he slid $5,000 under her hotel door. Jury count of raised eyebrows, 11 out of 12. Next, prosecutors roll the now legendary phone smash video. Grainy hallway cam, Diddy slams Cassie's phone, storms off. Defense objects it's low-res theatrics. Judge Subramanian, "The pixels are clear enough for this court." Ouch. For dessert, Clark confirms Dawn Richards' frying pan tale from day 5, says she iced Cassie's head with a frozen bag of peas while Diddy ordered champagne. The prosecutor asks, "Were peas standard medical care in that house?" Clark fires back, "Only after cookware injuries?" Jury laughter with one horrified gasp. Defense finally erupts, accusing Clark of selling stories to tabloids. She deadpans, "Tabloids don't tip this well." Courtroom snickers. Agnifilo turns the shade of his tie. He pivots to a Hail Mary mistrial motion. "Prejudicial circus, Your Honor." Judge Subramanian slams the gavel. Denied. Day 10 ends with prosecutors fist-bumping and the defense rifling through a thesaurus for new objections. Tomorrow, Stylist, shredded fingerprints, and maybe a miracle for Team Diddy, because they'll need one. Court kicks off with celebrity stylist Deontay Nash looking like he just stepped off a Vogue shoot. First sentence, "Cassie's blood hit my sneakers and Diddy laughed." 5 jurors flinch in unison. Nash paints the scene. Kick, punch, scalp split, crimson on the salon floor. He says Diddy bragged, "No one's gonna believe you, pretty boy." The gallery believes him plenty. Then prosecutor number 2 whips out the party from hell checklist. Late night freak-offs, burner phones, leaked taped threats. Nash nods like he's reciting brunch specials. Defense looks seasick. Enter arson specialist Lance Jimenez for the Kid Cudi Porsche saga. Halfway through his PowerPoint, he mumbles, "Oh, those fingerprint cards? Destroyed years ago." Defense attorney Mark Agnifilo nearly levitates. He shouts mistrial, so loud the mic peaks. Judge Subramanian adjusts his glasses, delivers the courtroom equivalent of "bless your heart," and says, "Motion denied. Jurors, pretend you never heard about those prints." Translation, "Nice try, sit down." The defense then cross-examines Nash into oblivion, drilling timelines until 2 jurors roll their eyes so hard they almost file for workers' comp. Nash ends the session by roasting the lawyer's jacket. Probably not in your size. Gallery erupts. Judge bangs gavel, smirking. Before adjournment, prosecutors casually announce they're 1 week ahead of schedule and will unveil a shielded witness called Mia tomorrow. The lights dim, white noise machines hum, and a backlit silhouette glides in. Meet Mia, the shielded witness prosecutors warned would haunt this case. She begins with house rules straight out of a dystopian handbook. No phone, no eye contact before 10 a.m, sex on demand, call him daddy or leave in cuffs. Juror number 8 visibly shudders. Then the nuke. Mia says Diddy raped her in 2010, filmed it, and labelled the file insurance. When she tried to leave, he streamed the clip on the mansion's living room TV and whispered, "Run and I'll make you famous." You could hear the stenographer's keys stall. Defense lawyer Xavier Donaldson tries to rattle her. "Why no police report?" Mia's silhouette tilts. He was the police in that house. 2 jurors nod involuntarily. Prosecutor cues a digital forensics slide, folder tree titled Insurance, with subfolders Cassie and Mia and Unknown 1. Defense objects, judge lets the file name stand, contents sealed, for now. The jury has imagination, that's plenty. Cross-examination fails to crack her. Donaldson accidentally calls her Sandra. Judge Subramanian fires a laser glare and orders the slip stricken. Mia responds with 7 seconds of silence that feel like a century. Court adjourns, white noise off, normal air returns. Prosecutors grin. They've stitched trauma, tech and terror into one witness. Monday, they promise encrypted chats straight from Diddy's seized phone. If Mia was the ghost, the texts are the footprint. Tune in, day 13 might finally show the monster's handwriting. Mia's silhouette reappears, defense ready to pounce, but she opens with 3 words that freeze the room. He filmed everything. You can almost hear Diddy's lawyers swallow in surround sound. She describes a hard drive nicknamed Insurance, stored in a locked Pelican case. Inside, dozens of clips. Cassie crying, 2 unknown women begging, Mia herself unconscious. Prosecutors flash a directory tree. Insurance, 2010, cabana.mp4, 2013, panincident.move. No footage shown, but the file names do their own horror work. Juror number 4 grips the armrest so hard his pen snaps. Defense digs. How do you know that was Mr. Combs' drive? Mia smiles. First time we've seen teeth through the privacy screen, because he made me watch. Mic drop. Donaldson shuffles papers like they're suddenly written in Sanskrit. Next up, tour manager Enrique Santos. He testifies he booked the very Gulfstream tail numbers we've been hearing about. Same days Mia says tapes were shot. He calls those trips party runs and admits Amex bills marked lotion and lighting hit $42,000. Gallery chuckles. Judge tells them, save the comedy, this is tragedy. Prosecutors then roll in LAPD detective Alma Flores, who matches raw GPS data from seized phones to those flights. Chain of custody looks bulletproof. Defense sighs like someone just unplugged their Wi-Fi. With momentum rocket boosted, the government announces, we may rest a week early. Judge nods. July 4th verdict suddenly feels like tomorrow. Court breaks for the long weekend. Scoreboard reads, evidence, mountain, defense, migraine. Next session, encrypted chats straight off Diddy's iCloud. If insurance is bad, imagine the group texts. Popcorn mandatory.